All right, let's talk relationship now. And for that, this morning we have Daniel Akpata. He'll be joining us to highlight some self-discovery keys to a beautiful relationship. Now, Daniel Akpata's purpose is to build, to amend, and to restore relationships and marriages. He is a certified relationship coach as well as a cognitive behavioral therapist. And it's such a pleasure to have him in the studio with us this morning. How you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Awesome. So I'm just going to hit the ground running.
Straight up.
Let's start from self-discovery. What exactly is self-discovery, especially regarding going into a relationship?
Okay, so you need to know who you are. And where it starts from is, who are you, where are you going, what do you want from life? Now, in all of that, underneath it, you have discovering your temperament, your love language, and the essence of your being. Because the essence of your being, why are you here?
Couldn't resist. Please go on.
You know, why are you here? Because the reason for marriage, the essence of marriage is in threefold: that they come together and become one, then committed love. Then number three is for mutual service. So you both coming together, there ought to be a blessing to the world coming from both of you. Because you were once an individual who is purpose-driven, going somewhere. Now, coming together, there should be a blessing. There should be something both of you are doing together. So those are the three reasons why marriage exists. But most people don't know these things. So most people don't even get ready for a relationship. And they carry that baggage, carried on into marriage, not knowing what marriage is all about. They just feel, look, it's a guy and a babe coming together to just have kids.
So let's talk about this self-discovery. How can an individual discover themselves? And before you even answer that, someone told me once that it's important to know what you want and what you do not want before getting into a relationship.
Absolutely.
I believe that's part of self-discovery.
Very true.
Okay,
Very
so
true.
how can you make that out? Like, how can you discover yourself?
Okay, so I spoke about knowing your temperament. Your temperament will reveal you to you. And then when you see you, we all have weaknesses and strength. Now, when you see your weaknesses and you don't like them, you can change them. That is where the spirit-controlled temperament comes into play. You now begin to look at other temperaments and pick the strength that they have to add to yourself. That's where you get to meet someone who used to be very introverted, but because he's gotten on the journey of self-discovery, becomes very outgoing and extroverted because he started to work on him or herself. So after knowing that, you now move on to knowing your love language. How do you communicate love? How do you receive love? How do you understand love? Because the way we communicate and receive love is different.
Yes.
So if you don't have that understanding, there's a problem. Because the way you be communicating love to the person you are speaking to might not be the way she understands love. So there will be a problem. So in knowing all of this, as you said, you now get to a point where you now understand, oh, I can cope with this. I can't take this. This is a deal breaker for me. So it starts to help you form the real you, and then it sets both of you up on a beautiful relationship that in the shortest possible time, you are, you know, throwing in, the wedding bells are ringing. I met my wife in August. By October, we're planning our wedding. By December, we're married. Why? We both knew who we were, where we were going, what we wanted from life, and there was like a synchronization. Synergy. Yeah, the synergy was so powerful. So when people see us, they're like, oh, I say it's not, oh, we are still both working on ourselves. So most people, they work harder at their jobs, and they don't work hard on themselves. They don't work hard on their marriage. They don't work hard on their relationship. And they want to have a sweet relationship. It doesn't work like that.
So knowing yourself is more or less preparing yourself for marriage.
Absolutely.
Because when you finally meet that person you want, everything just works because you know this is exactly what you want. However, let's assume you know yourself. And then you now meet that person of your dreams. Ticking all the boxes, some people have this list. They have the things I like, the things I don't want. And then you're ticking all the I like. Out of 20 I like, the person ticks 18. And then you have like 30 I don't want. And out of 30, the person ticks 28. So what would you advise someone in that kind of situation? Like, the person seems to have so much of the things you don't want, yet has a huge, you know, positive when it comes to the things you do want. Okay,
so that's where you begin to look at him and look at her, what makes her thick. Now, checking those things that you like and you don't like, I tell people there's nothing that cannot be worked on. In relationship, in marriage, there's nothing. If both parties are willing. Now, again, you look at the guy. Does he have a mentor? Does he have someone who calls him to order? Because, like it or not, we're human beings. There are times that you lose it. So there should be someone who you can call. Like my wife and I, we have a family constitution. And in that constitution, it is written there that if we're having a conversation and I'm not listening, like I'm picking my shirt and the car key, I want to drive out, say, okay, since you are going out, I'm going to call so and so. Now, most of the time, that statement gets me to pause at the door. Why? Because these mentors that I have, I love the fact that we have a beautiful relationship. And I like the fact that they tell me, look, I'm proud of you. I like what you're doing. So for her to now call and report me is a dent on my person. So I will pause. There's a reset that would happen. And I'll be like, hold on, don't call yet. Okay. What were we talking about? Okay, so let me take you back to that constitution. How many pages is it? Who wrote it? Who authored it? We both wrote the constitution. Like you guys wrote it? Yes. How many pages? I'm not kidding. It's about 8 pages. 8 pages? Yes. Then, how many because it's entries? All encompassing. Wow. Everything about our life, finance, having fun, your spirituality, your growing, everything about our family is there. At what point in your marriage did you guys write it? Or was it before you got married? Within those 4 months? Before. Wait, you guys met in August? Yes. So is it September or October you wrote the constitution? Since you said it's before the wedding. When did you write it? And has it been a continuous process, or you just wrote it down one time? No. And you guys it's been edited. It's been, like you guys wrote it. You know, there's verbal constitution, right? They wrote it. That's what's blowing my mind. So you have to be intentional and deliberate about your life. We're intentional about our marriage. So that's... You have not told me what month you guys started writing it for. Okay, so we met in August. Okay. We were both baggages. We had baggages. Like my wife had been in a relationship where the person she was with, that she thought she was going to get married to, actually dumped her. Okay. They had done introduction, and she attempted suicide. So at that time, she was depressed. Now, because I have been doing this, I was able to help her. I mean, for like 3-4 months, she had not smiled. It was when she met me and we started to talk. I started to take her through therapy. That was the first time she smiled in 3-4 months. You guys should have a movie made of your life. The counselor that became the husband. Okay. Wow. So you made her smile and... Made her smile, and while we were together, I didn't waste time. I told my mentor, I met a babe, and I think she's the one I'm going to marry. Wow. 1 week that we had met. Wow. So he looked at me and just smiled. After the 3rd week, he asked me, how far with that babe? I said, she's fine. I was smiling. And then the next thing he said shocked me. He said, so when are you two getting married? I said, sir, calm down. We just met. He now said, hello, you forget I know you. I said, yeah. I said, but... So he said, what is the problem? I said, I don't have money. Say it's not money that they're using getting married. He said, no, it's not money. Who told you it's money they're using getting married? He said, go and meet her and you guys pick a date. And he's this kind of person that you don't argue. If you argue, by the time he starts to break things down to you, you will see how stupid you are. So I don't argue. So I saw my wife after like a week. And I said to her, I met my mentor. I was saying in a very sarcastic way, guess what? And he said we should go get married. We should pick a date. And my wife said, let's pick a date.
Ah, okay.
And then I looked at her, I said, you two, you're not okay.
Obviously, you guys have a good relationship. It's very obvious from the very beginning. It's been really awesome. All I know for now, though, is one, I must say thank you so much for being on the show. I can't wait for the next conversation. And two, we need to talk about that written constitution. I need a copy. At this point, we'll take a break. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit.